for me, I'm probably in Metropolis. I do this for the love, so this is non-profit shit. I'm bored walking, so you can call this monopoly. Obviously, my approach to music ain't moderate. As my macabre spins, I am the anomaly. I love all my haters.
How's it going? What's going on? How are you doing? Welcome to another episode of the Flow Show podcast. Andreas Flores here alongside Jake Burrescia. What's going on, bud?
Not a lot.
Thanks for finally coming on. Been wanting to get you on for a while. Finally here.
I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. Right off the bat, before we get started, plug your Twitter and your Instagram and all that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Where are you at on Twitter?
At Twitter, I'm at Jake Burrescia, Burrescia 13. And at Instagram, I am Jay Burrescia, same thing, without the 13.
Go follow him. Good stuff over there. Good Twitter. So, and you can follow me at Andreas Flores TTU for any new listeners that are possibly out there. Let's get started. We have some questions here, and hopefully we lead to good conversation. So, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Right, Jake, what is your full name?
My name is Jacob Anthony Burrescia.
And is Burrescia Italian?
It is Italian.
It is Italian.
My grandparents actually came from Sicilia, which is just south of Italy, so it's still considered Italian.
Okay. And you're actually a twin, right?
I am a twin. I have a twin sister. She currently is enrolled at LCU.
LCU.
She did play soccer, but she decided to go the academic route.
Yeah. How do you like? I mean, is it weird being a twin? Or?
Everybody has their different opinions. I mean, I really don't enjoy it at all.
No.
But there's people that do. And
would you rather have a brother as a twin?
I would have loved a brother. I mean, sisters.
Yeah.
I mean, they're awesome at times, but most of the time,
it's just
it's life.
Who's the oldest? Who's the first?
I always say I'm the oldest, of course. Mom, I mean, 1 minute apart.
1 minute apart.
But it's enough for me to say that I have a lead over her.
All right. Any nicknames as a child? Like, Jake the Snake or anything like that?
Definitely Jake the Snake. I've gotten a lot of different nicknames, but Jake the Snake definitely the most
Jake
common
the
one.
All right. So, and you grew up here in Lubbock?
I sure did. 21 years.
Mm-hmm. You say your grandparents are from?
Actually not my grandparents. It's my great grandparents. They came in from Sicily, and they moved to New Orleans, and then my grandparents migrated to Dallas, and then my parents migrated to Lubbock. So here I am.
You've lived here your whole life?
My whole entire life.
You ever been to Italy?
I have not. It's definitely a plan, though.
Okay, so, Italy. I would like to go to the Vatican up there.
Yeah,
that's something on the to-do list.
Definitely, that's on my bucket list. Mark that off.
What is the most recent thing you've learned?
Most recent thing I've learned is something that has to do with fantasy football.
Okay.
Don't get trade happy.
You like to trade?
I do like to trade. I'm probably averaging around 2 trades a week, and it's probably screwed me over so far.
Well, you were doing pretty good like a couple weeks ago.
The first 3. This is my first season for fantasy football.
Mine too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just winging it right now, and I've been very inconsistent. The first 3 weeks I got killed, and then the 3 weeks following that I went 2-1, which was pretty good. But I'm trying to find some sort of niche for my team, and I can't really find it. And so I feel like trading's the way to go, and it really isn't. You just gotta stick with the guys you got.
Yeah, the waiver wire is pretty tough. I mean, if you don't get that first couple picks, you're probably not gonna get the person you want.
Unfortunately, I missed our draft day, so I got stuck with whoever ESPN
auto
wanted
draft.
me to.
Yeah. But I mean, you're still doing pretty good. You're still in. I think everybody in our division is still in it.
Yeah, everybody. Our division's it's a throw up right now. I mean, you're in first, but I'm only
not by much.
No, I'm like 2 games behind, and I mean it's anybody's game right now.
Okay, so you mentioned you were a twin and you grew up with a sibling. What was your favorite toy as a child?
I always played with the Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels.
I still have a Hot Wheels collection. It's pretty big, but I haven't touched them in a while, so I guess I'm growing up.
No Nintendo, none of stuff, nothing like that. N64.
N64. I've played Mario Kart. There's this snowboarding game called 1080. Went ham on that. just stuff like that. I love video games.
Yeah, I always used to like video games too, and I was a big Hot Wheel guy myself. I enjoyed that. When did you get into sports? Like soccer? Soccer, the first sport you?
Soccer was very. I mean, I played a lot of sports when I was young. Of course, started out with soccer, stuck with soccer the longest, but I played a season of basketball. I was awful at basketball. No hand-eye coordination. I tried baseball probably when I was 10. Played for a couple of years. Played in the outfield because it was pretty quick. But soccer started getting in the way, of course. Playing competitively. Definitely decided to stick with soccer.
Yeah, but you actually played varsity football for a while, right?
Yeah, I played varsity football for Monterey.
And how was that?
It was good. I mean, I only got 1 year experience, but I was a starter corner.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, it was pretty interesting. I mean, our team wasn't that great.
Uh-huh.
We went 2-8. Our champ, we made playoffs though. Our champ was 2-8 to state.
Yeah.
And we actually gave El Paso Socorro a good fight for playoffs. They were the number 1 team coming out of El Paso. And we were the bottom team coming out of our district. So definitely could have gone. We could have gone to the next level, but.
Why do you think it's so hard for these local teams to get out of the first round? Like soccer too, we would never get out of the first round. Is it?
I really don't know. It's just we never can get past El Paso. I feel like once we get past El Paso, we can go pretty deep. But they just have they have a bigger pool of athletes to pick from in El Paso compared to Lubbock, because their population is pretty big.
Yeah, Lubbock's growing, so maybe eventually towards. We can
hope so.
We can start competing at a bigger level than we are now. What was the scariest moment in your life?
Oh man, probably watching Paranormal Activity 1.
Really?
I have not seen any horror flick since then. Up until that I was good with scary movies, but up until then I have not watched one.
Really? So it just was that bad, or
it was just that bad? I don't know. It just got me. It just got to me.
What is your go-to karaoke song?
God, I have to say I don't have one.
You have to have one. Maybe a George Strait song, a favorite George Strait song.
Let's see. I really can't think of one. I mean, I know. Depends. I would have to sit there and think really hard. What would be my best? But I really don't have one.
You like what kind of music you like? Country music?
I like everything but country music.
You don't like country?
I'm not a big fan of country. The girl I work with, she listens to country music constantly, so I'm just over here hating it. Like, please change this song. It depresses me.
Yeah. I like country music on the other hand. And
we live in Texas. Of course, probably a good amount of people love country, but I'm just not a big fan. I guess I'm odd.
What is one thing that you would change about yourself?
My height.
Your height. That's a popular one.
I tried out for kicker a couple of times at Tech. I was pretty competitive too. The second semester I was at Tech, the spring semester, I competed against a guy that was taller, had more weight than I did, but we were both equal. We were both equal in kicking field goals and our kickoffs. Actually, my kickoffs were a little bit better than his. I had more hang time.
Really?
And he shanked 2 of his. And he ended up going on to spring training, and they told me to hit the showers because I wasn't big enough. I wasn't that kind of.
Did that guy make it?
That guy made it.
Who is he?
I forgot his name. He's not a starting kicker, but he's on the roster.
He's on the roster.
Yeah.
So how was that? You got a helmet and everything, and you were out there. And...
No, we were just. It was just 6 a.m. in the morning. It was walk-on tryouts, and there's about 10 of us, and then
for kicker.
Damn. Kicker and punter.
Okay.
And they started just telling people to go home, after they shanked a field goal or they shanked a punt. Missed the ball. There's some pretty awful people out there.
Under what coach was this?
Tuberville.
Tuberville.
It was his last spring with us. It was, the spring before he left. And, I can't say I'm a big fan of Tuberville.
Yeah, I don't think anybody is here, but at least you tried it, you know, and I'm proud of you for that you were...
I mean, I heard this past fall, this past spring when Cliff was doing walk-on tryouts, he had all the kickers come out, and then he told them to leave immediately because he had all his kickers that he wanted.
Really?
Yep. So I'm glad I didn't try out that semester.
Yeah, wow, that's cool. What did you do on your 21st birthday? Anything exciting? Any stories from that night?
I did not do anything exciting.
No.
I'm in a long-term relationship.
Okay.
6.5 years going on. We're actually engaged now. Me and my fiance, we went out and I had a beer and we bowled with a couple of friends. And the only reason I didn't go crazy is because I was stuck at work on spring break because the guy that had been there longer than me got to go off to the beach and I had to stay there and actually work my ass off. So
how's the engaged life? You liking it?
It doesn't feel engaged.
No.
I really don't because I've already been committed to her for a while.
Yeah.
But it'll probably hit me here pretty soon. Probably within the next few months, because we're getting married March 8th.
March 8th?
Yeah, so...
Wow, that's pretty quick.
It's coming up close.
Yeah.
So it's definitely different.
You guys plan on staying here after college?
Actually, once I finish, I'm planning on getting a job in Dallas. I'm working at a CPA firm there. That's the hopes. But I might end up staying here, just really depending on the job opportunities.
Man, 6 years, that's that's crazy, man. When did you find out about Santa? Give me that story. There's got to be a story.
Oh my gosh. I remember one night, I was determined, one Christmas night, I was determined I'm going to figure out if he's real or not. I slept in front of my parents' bedroom, and they did not know I was there. And I caught him. It was so awesome. I was so excited. And, that was the time I found out about Santa.
And what they say, they're just like, Jake, what are you doing? Or
they're like, go back to bed. I was like, all right, on my way.
On my way,
Santa.
Oh man, who do you owe an apology to?
Who do I owe an apology to? Probably the many Lubbock drivers that I cut off on a daily basis. I'm sorry out there. You're just in my way.
Are you a bad driver? Or is it other drivers around you?
It's other drivers.
Other drivers?
Definitely. Never my fault.
Never ever my fault.
When I'm in the car, I'm a totally different person. Just a heads up.
Okay, so what is the one thing you wish you invented?
The one thing I wish I invented? Don't know. Probably... I wish I invented a sport. Some sort of sport.
Just any kind of sport.
Any kind of sport. Like, be able to come up with these rules and to be able to, like, have people get involved into it and just engrossed into a sport that...
Yeah, be a legend forever. Everyone knows who Naismith is. Everyone knows who Walter Camp is. So.
Right. Exactly. And, I mean, it would be an awesome accomplishment.
Oh, yeah. All right, next one. Who would you take a bullet for?
Definitely my fiance.
Your fiance?
That's probably about it.
That's it. Not your sister? No.
Probably not my sister because she probably would not take a bullet for me. She'd probably be the one shooting the gun.
No.
So that's probably the only reason it's not my sister.
Alrighty. Have you ever been to rehab or AA?
I have not, but my fiance is a nurse, and she has to attend 2 AA meetings, and she's asked me to go attend with her, so I will probably be doing that here in the near future. Really? I'm not looking forward to that.
And I highly doubt it, but have you ever been in a coma?
I have not.
Never been in a coma?
Never have been in a coma. Don't plan on it, but...
As an athlete, what is the worst injury you've ever had?
Oh, gosh, my ankle. I've sprained my ankle probably... over a dozen times within my high school career. It was within a 3-year span. I rolled it really bad in football, and then just always being competitive with soccer, I never really gave it a chance to heal. Mm-hmm. So it always became a problem. But that's probably the worst I've ever had. I've never broken a bone, which I'm very thankful, and that's about it.
And you're an athlete, so what city do you hate the most?
What let's see. I hate the Odessa Midland area.
The Odessa Midland.
They're so arrogant. Just
the people there.
the people, the athletes, just they think they're on a pedestal.
And stadium wise, what's the best stadium into?
The best, I can't think of the name. What's the Odessa name?
Ratliff?
Yeah, Ratliff.
Ratliff.
Yeah, definitely Ratliff.
All the tradition, I guess.
Yeah, the tradition.
With the movie.
Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, I could see where you would go with that. Let me see. Next question. All right. What's the craziest thing your uncle has done? Any
Crazy.
uncle?
Oh my gosh. My Uncle Larry. He was a bullfighter.
Okay.
Not a bullfighter, a bull rider.
Bull rider, okay.
And
Ole.
I mean, anything's possible in my family. With the last name Burrescia, you mean... But he was a bull rider, and he had a near-death experience, so
wow.
I would say that's pretty intense. He got bucked off, and he said that he almost died. He could tell, but he was just that close.
Really?
He fought, so...
Man, that's bull riding.
Something I never plan on doing.
No? When is the last time you puked? And was it alcohol related or just sickness related?
Just sickness related. I can hold my alcohol pretty well. Definitely. Probably about a year and a half ago, I would say. I don't get sick very often. Strong immunity.
Strong immunity.
Yeah.
Just food poisoning, probably?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Stomach bug.
Alrighty. What has been the best day of your life so far?
The best day of my life? Probably the day I got accepted into Tech.
Okay.
Texas Tech is just my favorite place to be.
That was your only choice?
That was my only choice. I didn't apply anywhere else.
But
Didn't
Texas.
have any, and I've always wanted to play football for Texas Tech, as I mentioned earlier. But I didn't get that chance. But I'll continue to enjoy Texas Tech.
And you were actually a saddle tramp.
Yes, I was. I was a saddle tramp for 2.5 years.
2.5 years?
The very first 2.5 years I was at Tech.
So how do you apply for that? What do you got to do?
It's just it's an organization. A lot of people think it's a fraternity.
Okay.
It's really not. That's what a lot of people get. It's a misconception. A lot of Greek fraternity people think it's a it's a fraternity and they can't enter in it. But we actually welcome Greek fraternities because we want more people. We want people to be out there to show Tech spirit, to be able to do community service, like repping campus. But what you have to do, it's kind of like for you to get into saddle tramps, you have to rush. You have to go through. You have to go through bid day. But all of it's just really formality. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're gonna get in. You just gotta show that you want to put through the effort to be able to be a saddle tramp because it is a lot of work. It's time consuming. I probably spent so many hours just working on random stuff for Tech. I mean, it's an awesome organization.
Uh-huh.
I'm extremely happy that I was a part of it.
Any hazing or stuff, sorts like that?
No. We had a big hazing incident in 2007, and ever since that happened, we have been anti-hazing. There's zero hazing.
Okay. Have you ever got to ring the bell after a victory?
Yes, I have.
And how was that?
It was pretty awesome.
Okay.
You said, it's pretty loud up there when you're ringing, of course, but it's not as bad as you think. It's an awesome feeling that everybody can hear you ring the bells after we just won. I mean, in any male sport, we go up there and ring the bell. Mm-hmm. For the women's sports, the high riders ring the victory bells for them.
That's the girls.
That's a girl.
Okay.
It's like the opposite of. Well, it's not the opposite. It's the other gender for saddle tramps, mm-hmm. and they're called high riders.
What is your favorite tradition the saddle tramps do?
My favorite, Carol of Lights.
Carol of Lights,
hands down.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna miss it not doing it this year, but Carol of Lights is awesome because we get to hold the flares. And everybody's just watching you holding these flares, and you're trying not to burn their faces off because they're really hot, uh-huh. and everybody's just enclosed in this one area. But it's just an awesome tradition. I definitely think that's my favorite.
That's your favorite. So, and then on the football field wise, when y'all get to go in the circle, and
Yeah,
that's got to be a rush, right?
Oh, a big rush. It makes me wish that I was out there playing, definitely. But it's awesome because that's another time when everybody's just watching you. Mm-hmm. So just make sure you don't fall.
I've seen some guys fall. There's been some.
I've seen some guys fall too, and I'm just like, I hope I'm not that guy. That guy is going to get ridiculed for the rest of his life.
How many guys do y'all have in the group?
There's probably on average around 60. We cap at 100. After we reach 100, we start kicking people out and start to get the actual real workers. But ever since '07, we haven't been able to reach that.
Really?
And that's why we're reaching out to Greek fraternities, trying to get them to join while also still being in their Greek fraternity. So we can have like a lot of people involved that actually want to be there to put through the work. I mean, it's a very work-intensive organization. I wouldn't join it if you don't have the time.
Mm-hmm. You get to keep the bell, or
Yeah, I have my bell actually back at my apartment. If you stay in for your 2 years, they'll give you a bell holder, which you can mount up on your wall, and you set your bell in there, and it looks pretty nice. But my bell's pretty beat up.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been through a lot. But it's always a joke. Don't ever let an Aggie or like from the corp. Mm-hmm. Don't ever let them have your bell because they'll steal it. But just likewise with us, we'll steal their Spurs. I think it's their Spurs, or that might be. I don't remember, but they've stolen our bells before,
really?
And they have them hidden somewhere.
Wow. How long has the tradition of the saddle tramp been?
The year that I pledged was the 75th.
Okay.
75th year anniversary, and I think this year is the 77th.
Okay, so.
And they're about to have their annual anniversary dinner, the 77th, which is probably always right before a big home game. Usually it was against Texas last year. It's when all the alumni, Saddle Tramps that are still around, they come out and eat breakfast and listen to Chancellor Hant's talk, because Chancellor Hant was a Saddle Tramp.
Was he? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's always been a big supporter of Saddle Tramps, and he always writes us a letter whenever we get out and thanks us for our participation in the organization.
How hard is it to rep, though, Will Rogers?
It's definitely tedious.
It takes multiple guys on the show.
Yeah, oh yeah, it takes about...
And how long does it take?
5 guys, dedicated guys. It takes about 4 hours to do Will, and then we get a bunch of pledges to do the reins, which is pretty easy. After they're done repping their sections on campus, we tell them to start repping the reins, and that's pretty cool too.
That's cool. Anything else from the Saddle Tramps?
Not really. I mean, they're gonna start doing some better things, like great things on tech, and just keep an eye out on them.
You encourage people to join?
Very much.
It's worth it if you have time.
It is worth it if you have time. Don't do it if you don't have any time. You're just gonna waste your own time and the organization's time. But other than that, it's a great organization.
Alrighty. And what is your major at Tech?
I'm an accounting major.
Okay.
I'm in the 5-year program trying to get my master's in accounting so I can become a CPA.
Okay, so that's...
And, that's my goal right now, definitely. I'm already a senior, and this is the beginning of my 3rd year, so I'm flying through.
Wow, that's impressive, dude.
It's because I had a lot of dual credit hours.
Exactly, I can see why.
I mean, I was practically a sophomore coming into tech, so that's definitely why.
All right, next question. There's a fire at your place, at your house. You have to say one thing. What would it be?
One thing. Probably my bell.
Your bell.
Definitely.
Okay.
That thing has a lot of history.
History and...
Yeah, and then probably my laptop after that. Oh, and probably my fiance's wedding ring.
How much, Jake?
How much?
Yeah. Do you want to say?
I really don't want to say.
Okay, you don't have to say.
It took me a year to save up,
okay,
and then I'm still paying it off.
Hey.
So
she's the one, man. You know,
God.
Alrighty. The best concert or sporting event you've been to? You can do both if you want.
I'm not a big concert guy, so I can't really talk to that. But sporting event, definitely. I saw it was about 10 years ago, I saw the USA play in Dallas when Freddie Adu was like a big star, and I think it was the under 18. Mm-hmm. They were playing soccer there in Dallas, and I forgot who they were playing, but I'd never been in that atmosphere when I was that young, so it was pretty new to me, and it was pretty awesome. And then, of course, going to all the Tech games, there's always so much energy. People always talk about how that's the number one stadium they don't want to go to because we're maniacs. But that's why you gotta love being a Red Raider, because we love our football team.
Oh yeah.
If you talk anything about our football team, you better think twice.
What is the craziest or weirdest thing that you've done for money?
The craziest? I've made a lot of bets. Stupid bets. Ridiculous bets. I haven't done anything too stupid. Not that I can remember anyways. Can't say I haven't done that much for money.
Okay. And the one person that you would be the most nervous to meet in life?
The one person... probably Cliff.
Cliff Kingsbury?
He has so much confidence. I don't know if I could meet his level of confidence or his swagger. I mean, it's just radiating. You can tell just by watching the game. That guy knows what he's doing, and I wouldn't take it away from him.
So let's talk Tech football for a little bit. Like, you said you didn't like Tuberville, so when Cliff was hired, what was your first thought?
Before Cliff was even hired, that's who I was like, they better get him, or I'm going to be pissed if it's anybody else. Because Cliff, he was a Red Raider, of course, everybody knows that, and his confidence just shows. And honestly, if they hadn't gotten anybody else, I would have been upset.
Yeah, probably.
No one. I mean, I had my doubts. Like, he's never been a head coach. He's only been coaching for a short term, but he's had a great track record with Case Keenum and with
Johnny Football.
Johnny Football. Everybody knows Johnny Football. I wish he could have helped Johnny Football on a personal level, but I don't think he's worth helping at this point. But of course, Case Keenum had a great game against Kansas City this past week, and he surprised a lot of people. I bet he might actually be fighting Matt Schaub for a starting position after that performance, even though they lost by 1 point. But Kansas City's pretty good this year, which is a shocker.
Undefeated, new coach, new quarterback, and it's.
But a great coach, veteran quarterback, Alex Smith, who I don't think deserved to be let go at San Francisco, but that's San Francisco's loss, and I'm sure he's going to make them pay in the future.
Yeah. Were you a Mike Leach guy? Did you?
I was a big Mike Leach guy.
When he got fired, it was just.
I was kind of disappointed. I mean, I understood. I mean, you don't throw a guy in a closet.
That's a no-no.
That's a definite no-no. But I just liked his persona. I mean, he just really didn't care what you thought. He's gonna throw the ball on you, and he doesn't care if you scored it. He's always gonna match you, and he just really didn't care for superiors.
You're glad he's coaching again.
Yeah, I'm glad. I think he's gonna do good at Washington State.
I mean, you just gotta give him time.
He already beat USC,
right?
But I don't know if that's saying a lot these days, but it's still. USC has a lot of history. I mean,
got a favorite professional team?
I'm a big Cowboys fan.
Okay.
Because I live in Texas, it was pretty much inherited from my grandparents and so forth. But they're definitely my favorite professional team. My favorite soccer professional team is Juventus.
Okay, that's Italy.
Italy, Serie A.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely my favorite. Because Andrea Pirlo, he plays for them. He's definitely my favorite Italian player.
Really good.
He's has a lot of poise, and he'd be my man to pick if he's ever.
If there was a fantasy soccer league or something.
Oh my gosh! First pick, first round. That would be intense. I bet they do.
I think there is one. I have to look again.
I don't think I have enough time to keep up with it.
It's too long. Me and Flesh and I were talking about like fantasy baseball and basketball. How the season's just too long to be keeping up with all this.
So many games.
The NFL is just kind of perfect.
It is perfect.
It's on one day, and it's just like 13 weeks, and then you're done.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a Cowboy game?
I have not. I've been through the new stadium just for a tour. Yeah. But definitely, if I move down there for a job, I will probably get season tickets.
Season tickets.
I will be willing to pull out the money to buy season tickets.
Support Jerry Jones and
Jerry's World.
Jerry World. What would be your last meal?
My last meal would definitely be a chicken fried steak.
Chicken fried steak
with gravy.
And mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes with gravy. And then, like, everybody frowns upon it when I put ketchup on my chicken fried steak. They say that's a bad
You put
thing.
ketchup on your chicken fried
With the gravy. It has to have
and it's good.
Ketchup. It's great.
Oh, man, I've never tried that. I don't know if I want to try that. Ketchup?
I went out to dinner with my fiance's family, and they watched me pour ketchup all over the chicken.
I mean, like
fried
a
steak.
little bit, or like you go crazy?
Probably in the middle.
Okay.
A fair amount. I'm not going to say it's little, but it's a good amount. And they all gave me this look of astonishment, like they've never seen anybody in this world ever do that, or even fathom the thought of doing it.
Ketchup.
And I'm just like pouring it on, looking around. All right.
What is your dream car to drive?
My dream car, Ferrari.
The Ferrari. Specific color?
Red with
Ferrari.
black stripes down the middle.
Nice.
Red's my favorite color.
Uh-huh.
I can't get away from red. And my fiance, I keep bringing her up. I'm sorry, but she gets on to me about the clothes I pick out because it either has to have red, black, or a gray in it. And she says that's so bland. And I was like, I'm a Red Raider.
You're a Red Raider.
What can you expect?
What is one thing you would change about somebody?
One thing.
You don't have to name them if you don't want to name them. Just
Probably my fiance.
okay.
When no, I probably shouldn't say that, but probably
Your sister being a guy.
yeah.
Okay.
That's probably it.
That would be kind of, I mean, not weird, but like just have two of you, two Jake Burrescias running around playing.
God.
Because y'all both probably be soccer players.
Yeah, I mean,
Same
Chubby
team.
was a soccer player. She was pretty good, but I would love to have another me, but I don't think the world could handle it.
Two Jake Burrescias.
Oh man.
Have your parents ever told you what they would have named if it was a guy?
No, they didn't.
Or if there was another girl?
I really didn't ask them that.
No?
I don't think they they didn't even want twins. They just wanted one more
Just
kid.
wanted one.
They ended up with two more.
How many brothers you got? Or siblings you got?
I just have one older sister.
Okay.
And she lives in Melissa, which is close to McKinney.
Okay.
And she's a teacher at Garland High.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a pretty scary place to
I didn't
work.
know that. I never knew you had an older sister.
Yeah, she played soccer. She's where both my sister and I got our soccer love from, I guess you could say. We were a soccer family there for a good 18 years.
Did your dad play in soccer?
No, my dad, he played a lot of sports. He blew out both of his knees pretty early, so pretty much halted his any athletic career he had.
Any athletic career.
Yeah, and then became a PA, and he really doesn't. He never did anything with sports. He did do a lot of triathlons though, and he was pretty fit after he blew out both of his knees, but he never wanted to play sports.
Is that something you want to do? A triathlon?
Definitely not.
No.
I don't think I have the drive for it. I mean, I'm pretty content with just going to play a few pickup soccer games up at the rec and a few pickup indoor games up with you and Flesh and whoever wants to invite me. I'm pretty content with that.
Yeah.
And maybe lifting here and there, but that's about it.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years, probably.
Married, of course.
Married, yeah, of course. Definitely no children yet.
No children yet.
I'm definitely going to build up money before I do that.
Yeah.
Probably in Dallas or Fort Worth area. Just living it up.
Living it up.
Actually having a job. Not freeloading off of my parents.
Let's see. What else do we got here? Let's go back to your soccer days in high school. I guess you have a memory from high school soccer that you, or even club soccer, of favorite moment, favorite time, favorite...
My first goal for varsity soccer, I mean, I was a sophomore I had a pretty good freshman season on JV where I was good enough to be pulled up to varsity for the one playoff game we had because we couldn't get past El Paso. And then, I didn't see a whole lot of playing time my sophomore year, but I shared time with Mark Casares. We both played a little bit, but I got my first goal going against, I think it was San Angelo Central maybe, or Midland. I scored though, and it was pretty awesome. That was my favorite part for varsity. And then soccer, I just loved playing for Lone Star. We had a great cohesion between all of us, and we did a lot of great things. I can't just pick up one certain memory. Just all the games, all the hard-fought games we had were awesome.
Any thought of playing collegiate soccer, or that just never crossed?
It crossed my mind several times, especially as I watched a lot of people go off here and there. Thought about going to West Texas and trying to walk on my senior year, but I was like, nah, I want to go to Tech. And I wish Tech had a collegiate soccer.
Me too. That's something that
I would try my absolute hardest to get on that team.
It's crazy that they don't. You would think they would, but I guess you have to add another girl sport if you had soccer, right? So what?
Yeah, that's true, because it's not like that.
There is men's college soccer. It's just the Big 12 they don't have it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why.
They have the Big 12 women's, but we already have a soccer field.
And pretty nice field. I would think they could play two teams. Have two teams use that.
Twice the revenue,
right? Twice the revenue. Let's talk about the infamous Jake Burrescia 30-minute story for a little bit.
Oh God! I thought this was gonna come up.
Can you tell the story? So I'll set it up. We played soccer, and the coach would have a hell weekend kind of thing where we would just go practice for a long amount of time and do running drills, just all sorts of stuff. It was an early Saturday morning. The whole team was there pretty early. We were practicing. Then it comes lunchtime. And take it away.
Comes lunchtime. Coach asks us how we feel. And
we're about to go eat. Everyone
about to go eat. Go eat at CC's. About to go eat that buffet. And he asked us how we feel, how the day's been going. And I decided to say it's only felt like it's been 30 minutes because I was having such a great time. And that's probably the worst thing you can say to a guy that wants to intimidate you and make you feel like you're in hell because it's Hell Week.
So, Coach, we don't go eat. We have to continue practicing. But worse, he calls Dominic Mojica, who at the time nobody wanted to see Dominic Mojica at practice because he was no good. It meant bad things were about to happen. And
you're about to have to go change your underwear.
Yeah.
You heard his name. You knew you were about to not feel your legs for the rest of the week.
So we ended up staying. I don't know how much longer it was, but we ended up having to do other extra drills, extra calisthenics and stuff like that.
Conditioning and push-ups and sit-ups and.
But we give Jake a hard time for that just because everybody was good.
I thought that was behind me. I guess here it is biting me in the butt.
Oh no, it's a myth. It's a legend. It's an urban legend. People,
actually happened.
You go to UrbanDictionary.com, type Jake Burrescia 30 minutes, and it pops up. First story.
Next thing, Dominic Mojica.
Oh man, Jake, this has been a good time. Any other final thoughts? Anything you got to say?
No, I'm just very appreciative of you having me.
Before we get out of here, the last question is, if you get to script the last words before you die, what would they be?
Whoa, she's a hot one.
Don't give up. Keep on
It's
trucking.
a hot
All right.
day,
Thank you, Jake.
and I got a pocket full of money. Friday, tires roaring, you can hear me coming. Cooler in the back, Bud Light, ice cold. Me and my buddies cutting down an old back road. I got a jacked up truck, but it ain't much. A fixer-upper with a brand new clutch. Yeah, it takes me anywhere I wanna go, even though it's hard to keep my eyes on the road.
With that girl riding in a shotgun, sun-kissed by the Dixie hot sun. Whoa, she's a hot one, yeah. I'll be all up on the radio, dashboard lights shining on my baby
gives me everything. Wearing short shorts or some tight blue jeans.
But she's country,
and she ain't afraid to break a nail, raise hell, or go to jail. I keep her by my side, she's always ready to ride. And sometimes she even drives when it's in four-wheel drive. Never known to back down from anything. And you know she keeps her motor clean, yeah.
that girl riding in a shotgun, sun-kissed by the Dixie hot sun. Oh, she's a hot one, yeah. I'll be all up on the radio, dashboard light shining on my video. Later on, gonna have me a little fun with that girl riding shotgun, yeah. Whoa, girl riding shotgun.
She could be the centerfold of field and stream.
Holding that double-barrel 12 gauge,
To me, ain't nothing sweeter than a Georgia peach.
playing air guitar to a song I sang, a song I sang, a song I sang. Talking about that pretty little redneck girl riding shotgun, sun-kissed by the Georgia hot sun. Oh, she's a hot one, yeah, yeah. I'll be all up on the radio, dashboard light shining on my video. Later on, gonna have me a little fun with that girl riding shotgun.